that he believes players should stand for the national anthem. The artist said about Dak, quote, "It was just weird how he dismissed the whole situation, especially being a black man himself." Yesterday, Dak was asked about the mural and the criticism he's received. Let's take a listen.
What's been your reaction to the reaction people have had on your anthem comments last week?
It is what it is. I mean, as I said, when I made my statements on the anthem, I knew there'd be backlash, so no surprises.
Today's political mural, and what you think about it?
Everybody has their own opinion.
You think some of the criticism has been a little unfair to you?
As I said, I made my statements. I stand by what I said, and as I said, some people may have misunderstood it or whatever, but I know when I said I felt strongly about what I said, and it is what it is.
Angela Hall is still with us, but Shannon, I'm going to start with you. What is your reaction to the mural?
I'm not surprised because the times in which we're living now, you got to choose a side. There's no more no comment. There's no more straddling the fence. Skip, I don't believe they would have had a problem, although they would have liked to have him say something a little bit more positive. It was he expanded. If you want to say, you know what, I stand for the anthem. I just believe that I should stand for the anthem. Although I understand the players that kneel or raise their fists, bringing awareness to the social and racial injustices that we see going on in America, and trying to get judicial reform on the books. I get that. Skip, it was when he expanded. This is not the time. This is not the place. It is, what was the word that he used? I'm trying to think. He said this.
Peace or
this place has brought me the game has brought me so much love and happiness, and they're looking at you like, bruh, do you understand what's going on? Your love and happiness by playing the game, and there are black men that's died in the street.
Even though he went into detail about how strongly he supports that cause.
If Jerry did not he didn't add anything to his. All Dak should have said is that you heard my previous comments. This is what I believe in. I have no problem with other guys. It's when he looked down like these guys need to get up off a knee and they need to do this. And they did the character because they say, Dak, you're in a sunken place, bro. You're not woke. It's as simple as that. And somehow you think because you're the quarterback of the Cowboys. Don't ever forget the one thing that trumps being a quarterback in the NFL, that trumps being a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, is being black. And sometimes you have to go through a harsh reality and get reminded of that. And sometimes we get prominent figures that start to forget that. You want to stand for the anthem? That's you. But to look like you're criticizing and to expand upon, I believe they should stand up. This is not the time. But Rosa Parks says, I'm sorry that I happen to be tired at 5 o'clock on a Tuesday. That wasn't the time or the venue, I guess, for her to be tired, but she took it.
Okay. Fire away.
I mean, Dak had to pick a side. You know, when this came out, it really was he couldn't win. Being the face of an NFL organization like the Dallas Cowboys, he was given a choice, and he made his choice. His choice was, hey, he sees Troy Aikman, and he sees Jason Witten. He sees, who else? Romo. You know, these are all Dallas former Cowboys who are now successful outside of football. And he made a choice to choose that over, hey, I want to help change this country. He said he does things in the community. What better place than in a stadium, on a football field, to voice your opinion by not even really voicing your opinion, just by taking a knee. You know, the society we come from is no way athletes don't feel like they need to do their part. You know, you see a guy like LeBron James. I'm not a LeBron James basketball player fan, but I'm a LeBron James person fan because the way he's been able to go out and help change his community, that's what a lot of these young athletes need to realize. They're not just athletes. And this was the perfect opportunity for a guy like Dak Prescott to voice his opinion and help change this country, help the dialogue. You see this picture, I mean, it is 100% spot on. I think the artist captured exactly what he wanted to do. Dak is definitely in the sunken place. He's drank the Kool-Aid of the Dallas Cowboys.
I can't tell you how much I disagree with everything both of you just said. So Dak Prescott said all the same things in 2016. I stand for the national anthem. Then it came up again in 2017, a year ago. I stand for the national anthem. This is independent of Jerry. This is pre-Jerry.
Yes.
Making his dictatorial edict, issuing it, saying our players will stand and they will toe that line. And I did not love Jerry saying that, and I told you so. But Dak found himself as the new leader of this team, as Witten has gone on about his business and no more Des Bryant. So all of a sudden, the quarterback and the running back, young as they might still be, they're looked at as the two leaders of the Dallas Cowboys. So Dak Prescott is the quarterback. And he was asked once again, just after Jerry's edict was issued, how do you feel? And he said exactly what he said from the start. I stand for the national anthem. Well, that is his right to do. But he also went into lots of detail about, I'm strongly behind this cause, police brutality, we talk about on this show. But he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, because not only did Jerry issue his edict, but President Trump tweeted, attaboy Jerry. So now it looks like Dak is drinking the Kool-Aid. It looks like he sold out. It looks like he kowtowed to the head cowboy, Jerry Jones. It looks like he said, yes, Massa, whatever you want, I will do.
Yeah.
I'll take a knee for you, Massa, right now. I'll do whatever you tell me to do. Nope, that's not what happened.
Because you know what he said, Skip? Because he said it was a distraction. He didn't say that in his original comment. He said he stood. In 2016, he said he stands for the national anthem. Now he's adding things, what the owners are saying. He's starting to echo what the president is saying. That's the problem that they're having, Skip. He said it's not the time or the venue, and it's a distraction for so many that love and play. Whoa, wait a minute. You're not the only one that play the game because you love it. But there are also people that love the game and also understand two things can be true. They don't have to be mutually exclusive.
Oh, I got it.
Just because you love the game doesn't mean that you can't love an issue and respect the issue. I'm going to stand for the national anthem, Skip. But I understand guys that take a knee and raise their fist.
I got it. But he went on and on about it's time to take more action, not take a knee. He said the knee worked. It served its purpose. It created lots of national impact and attention.
But now it's a distraction.
No, not a distraction. It's run its course. He said we need something new. We need to go a new place to create more interest.
Skip, let me ask you a question. Why do you think Dak Prescott has those 14 endorsements? Because he's influential.
Well, and you, if you want to argue that he's protecting his endorsement,
of course he
that's
is.
fine. I just don't think he's protecting his owner, because I think he's his own man. But that's just me.
But that just goes to show you how much power the athletes
Yep.
have.
No, I got
There's
it.
a reason why Dak has all these commercials. There's a reason why these guys have these commercials. So instead of just selling products, how about help solve some of these?
Okay.
Use your
got
voice,
it.
your image, to help solve some of these problems that we see in society.
Yeah, last week, Art Rooney, the owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers, said, and I quote, everyone wants the players to stand for the anthem, including most players.
Yes.
And you agreed.
Yes.
Most players, black or white, whatever, they want to stand. Most do. So I asked you last week, why do we single out Dak Prescott? Why is it his fault? Why is the onus on him? Why did he crumble? You know, because most of the black players do want to stand. I think most do. We have, it's like a handful who say we still want to kneel or raise a fist or whatever.
We want a lot of things. You see, everybody wants people to stand. Got no problem with that. What about this police brutality? What about this racism that we see?
I'm with you on that. But it feels like every day Dak gets asked, have you changed your stance yet? And he says, I have not changed my stance. And there's a headline. Dak still hasn't changed his stance.
Right.
Now we're going to go to tomorrow. Dak, have you changed your stance? Nope, I haven't changed my stance. I'm going to stand for the anthem. Headline, Dak still hasn't changed his stance. How many more days are we going to do
Nor
this?
should he change his stance.
Okay.
Skip, if he had just said, I'm going to stand for the anthem, that's what I believe in, no problem. And the guys that kneel or raise their fist to bring awareness to police brutality and the racial injustice in America, I have no problem with them either. But to say he expanded, this isn't the time or the place. It's a distraction. I played this game has brought me so much love and peace. There's a lot of people that died so you could play that game. There's a lot of guys that didn't get an opportunity to play the position that was equally as talented as you, Dak.
But I don't think he was disrespecting them. I just don't think that was his
Sometimes, Skip,
message.
you do things and say things you don't know what the disrespect is, but it is.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's kind of the problem I have. I think Dak is very dismissive with the other side of it, and people never want you to, I guess, feel like your cause is better than theirs. And so, I think the black community as a whole just kind of feels like, Dak, we got your back. Now, why don't you have our back?
Right.
And
So
look, it's a tough spot for a young kid because he is a young kid.
The mural was cleverly done. I loved Get Out. Jordan Peele that's genius.
Yes.
It was genius.
Yes.
And so the face of Get Out is that face because you get hypnotized, then you get trapped in a sunken place,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That's how Dak is being pictured, as hypnotized and trapped, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And he's going to lose his life and his soul all at once, right?
Yes.
Fortunately, that kid got out.
Yeah.
Right? But the point is, as clever as it was, I still think it's a little unfair because it comes across like Dak changed his tune after Jerry's edict. He did not. It wasn't like Dak was kneeling for 2 years or raising a fist for 2 years, and all of a sudden he said, I am hypnotized, I will stand for the anthem. Nope.
No, it's
Consistent in his
no,
stance.
and maybe at one point in time but now, Skip, he's in that sunken place. There's a lot of people you don't know where they are until they start to speak. He said, okay, I'm going to stand for the anthem. That's what I do. When you start expanding, I stand for the anthem, but I respect those that do not, raising awareness.
Damn.
But then time, venue, distraction, love, happiness. Oh, okay. So you happy over there in your situation, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, and I told you before, he's probably got a few too many endorsements, and maybe it clouds your better judgment after a while because you got to protect him.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Yeah.
he's doing.
Yeah.
He's
Now,
gonna have to keep answering.
speaking of distractions, those are probably too many you probably got too many off the field distractions, right?
I mean, he's going to have to keep answering these questions too.
And it bothers him, Skip. Yeah, I mean, they ask him.
Yeah, the one way we talked last week, one way to handle it is said, I spoke about that and I'm done with it.
done
But
with
he keeps on having to defend or feels compelled to defend.
Because they keep coming up. We saw the thing that they had on the internet last week, and now they got this. It's not gonna get any better.
No.
It's not gonna get any better, and you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy.
So would you like to see Dak kneel game one?
No. That's not in it. Because he'd be kneeling for all the wrong reasons. Okay. Just like everybody kneeled when President Trump, what he said last year, and everybody locked arms.
Yeah.
I told you that Monday. I said, Skip, this is a bunch of bull jive. Because they doing this for all the wrong reasons. This for show. You got to be real with this.
Well, one thing I know is if Dak did kneel or Zeke did kneel, I don't think they're going to get fired. No?
Can you imagine? Okay, we're going to leave it here for now. D'Angelo, thank you for joining us. So, how many games will the Lakers win next season? Jack,
Here we go.
That question next.
More than projected.